Alex here with another review. This time we're taking a look at the Redtiger ViewClear 70 Dual Channel Dashcam. We get 4K for the front, 2.5K for the rear, as well as 5 GHz Wi-Fi app support, park mode, and also voice control and a touchscreen. And on this video, I'm going to show you the contents of the kit, as well as walk you through the features of this dashcam, including driving video. That way you can determine if this is the right one for you. And I placed a link in the description down below to this dashcam along with a discount code if you'd like to get one for yourself. And this features a 3-inch touchscreen. However, we also get physical buttons. Their input for power and the input for the rear camera are also USB-C. And on the left side, we have memory card bay and another button. Now, they already included a 128GB memory card. However, this can be upgraded with as much as 512GB of memory. Moving over to the front lens, it does have the ability to be adjusted up and down, side to side, and some tilt adjustment to fine-tune the view angle. And the rear camera is meant to be installed on the inside of the vehicle. I can peel this back and attach it to the car. Also, the view angle is fully adjustable, and if you turn the mount completely in this direction, now the rear camera can be mounted against a vertical surface like the rear window on a pickup truck. And here is the extension that connects the rear camera to the main dash cam. Now for power, they have included this automotive adapter, and it does have an extra USB port on the back. That way we can power the dash cam and something else. Moving over to mounting, I'm gonna go ahead and peel this back. Then I can place this on my windshield. And in addition to the front lens being adjustable, the dashcam mount also allows you to adjust the view angle. That's how far it goes in this direction, and this is how far it goes in the back direction. And the mount also allows you to remove the dashcam from the windshield if needed. And we're presented with the front of the vehicle indicator to let us know that we are recording, and the resolution information, and also the time information right here. Now, there are physical buttons in the bottom, as I showed you earlier. This one right here can be used to cycle between the different views. Here's that split view. And what's really cool, not a lot of dashcams do this, it allows you to switch the split view. Notice how we had the rear in the larger screen and then the front in the smaller screen. You can also swap that out to have the front and then the rear like that, or if you just want to have a dedicated rear view or a dedicated front view. Now, there is one physical button on the side that if you tap that, it takes a picture. Besides that, everything else I like to control from the screen. Now, this guy right here, the one that looks like a little lock, tapping that is gonna flag and protect the section of the video that's recorded as important. And there's a couple icons up here, and those are actually shortcuts. The very first one disables the microphone in case you wanted to have a top secret conversation, and you can always re-enable that again. The second one enables or disables the Wi-Fi, and this third one enables or disables the voice commands. So let's try out the voice control. Turn off screen, turn on screen, show rear camera, show front camera. And there's a couple more voice commands that are supported, which I'll show you in a little bit. And to access the playback mode, that is done with this icon right here. And the videos have been sorted out. The very first row of folders, that's for the front camera. First folder is normal video, potentially us just driving around. The second one is gonna be important video flagged by you or by the dashcam as important. And then you have this folder for photos. The second row is going to be for the rear camera, and the same thing, you got normal video, important video, and photos. Well, let's go ahead and play back a video. I'm going to tap on that folder and let's try this guy out. The video begins to play back automatically. Now, you can always manage the file by going to the prior screen and then holding down the OK button. That's going to bring up this menu where you are able to delete the current video or delete all the videos. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the settings. I'm going to tap that gear icon. The very first one is going to be resolution, and right now we are running at 4K for the front, 2.5K for the rear, both of them with HDR. However, you are given the choice to decrease that to 2.5K for the front and 2.5K for the rear in case you wanted to fit more on the memory card. And you can also enable or disable sound recording. Now there's also a G sensor, and this is what allows the dashcam to detect when you get into a car crash, and there's 3 levels of sensitivity to choose from: low, medium, or high. Now there's also a fatigue reminder if you wanted the dashcam to remind you after a period of time to take a break from driving. The Wi-Fi can also be enabled or disabled in this menu, and there is adjustments for the volume, including whether you want to disable or enable the startup sound. Now, as far as the screensaver function, this controls when the screen times out. Now, the dashcam is still recording in the background. The screen just basically turns off, and you have the option of selecting that after 15 seconds, 1 minute, or 3 minutes. Unfortunately, there is no way to disable the screensaver, which means that there is no way to keep the screen on all the time, which I know some people like myself like to do. Now, when the screen turns off, there is an indicator right here to let you know that we are recording. However, as you can see, it is very small, and in my opinion, is not bright enough to be seen clearly during the day. During the night, it is visible, but in my opinion, if I can't keep the screen on all the time, I would like this indicator to be much larger and much brighter. Next up is voice control, and here's where you can enable or disable that again, but also here's where you can see the voice commands that are supported. Now, the rear camera has 2 adjustments. The very first one is being able to flip the image in a horizontal fashion, and the second adjustment is being able to flip the image vertically. Moving over to park mode, it does require the optional hardwire kit if you want to use this function, and there are 2 choices for park monitoring. First one is impact detection, where if somebody impacts the vehicle, the dashcam is going to wake up and make a record of that event, or you can run it in time lapse. Now, for time lapse, they've given us 3 choices to run it at a 12-hour duration time lapse, 24-hour duration time lapse, or up to a 48-hour time lapse recording. The watermarks that are shown on the video can also be customized. You can disable or enable whether you want that date stamp to be shown. The speed stamp, if you don't want to have your speed recorded, you can also turn that off. And also the GPS stamp, which is what would turn on or off the GPS coordinates. Speed unit is also adjustable between kilometers per hour and miles per hour. And for languages, there's actually quite a bit of choices in here in case you wanted to change it from the default one. Moving over to the next page of settings, here's where you can adjust the clock. Now, because this is GPS enabled, it's gonna get that information automatically from the GPS, and all you gotta do is tell it what time zone you are located at, and the dashcam is gonna automatically get the date and time information. Now, the next option, DST, is gonna be very helpful for anybody who lives where they have daylight savings time adjustment. Here you can enable or disable that, either to add or subtract an hour whenever this pesky thing happens. And now that we've seen the options on the dashcam, let's go ahead and take a look at the app. And the app is called Redtiger and connects to the dashcam and shows us a live view coming from it. Additionally, you are able to enlarge the view. This is the front camera. However, you are able to switch the view if you wanted to see the rear camera as well, which is helpful if you're adjusting the camera and you have your phone out with you as opposed to looking at the dashcam inside of the car. There's also a couple of icons here. The first one allows you to stop the recording. Tapping that one more time resumes recording again. And this next one right here allows you to take a picture. And with the microphone icon, you can disable audio recording, again for privacy purposes, and you can always tap this icon one more time and that will re-enable audio recording. And to play back the videos that are on the dashcam, that is done with this icon right here. And again, what you'll find is that they have been sorted out. The very first folder is loop folder, which is normal video, potentially us just driving around, maybe nothing exciting happened there. The second folder contains pictures, and the third folder contains any important videos flagged by you or by the dashcam as important. Also notice that the thumbnails have a little letter. In this case, F indicates front camera and the letter B indicates rear camera. Now, as far as the pictures, you are able to zoom in onto them just directly like that without downloading them from the dashcam. However, you could always download a copy to your phone for safekeeping with this icon, or you can delete the picture with the trash icon. And to play back a video, it works very similarly. You will tap on the video, and it begins to play back. You could also see it on a larger screen. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. And you can do a couple things with the video. You can download a copy of that video to your phone, again for safekeeping. You could take a screenshot of whatever the video is showing at the time, or you could delete the video. And finally, we'll take a look at the settings with the gear icon. And there is only a handful of settings that are accessible via the app. The other more advanced settings have to be changed directly on the dashcam, so hopefully they can add more functionality to the app as far as changing the settings for those that like to customize their dashcam entirely using the app. But now let's go ahead and take a look at some driving video, including the audio test, to see how well this thing actually performs. And this is an audio test of the Redtiger ViewClear 70 dashcam, and I am sitting on the driver's side seat. And this is an audio test of the Redtiger ViewClear 70 dashcam, and I am standing outside the driver's side door. Now, I would say that this is probably one of Redtiger's strongest offerings in terms of image quality and also the flexibility of either using the touchscreen or using the physical buttons in the bottom if you don't want to get fingerprints all over that screen. However, my biggest gripe with the ViewClear 70 is something that I'm seeing more often now on 4K dashcams, and that is that they seem like they're taking away the option for us to keep the screen on all the time, and then they go into that screensaver mode with the screen turns off, probably to keep the dashcam running cooler. Again, this is a trend that I'm seeing across several 4K dashcams, and there are some people who don't really need the screen and they're okay with that LED indicator letting you know that it is recording. Unfortunately, in here the LED indicator, as you saw, is very small, and I think it's just not visible enough in my opinion. And I actually just like to have my screen on all the time. It's just convenient to be able to glance and see that the dashcam is recording and what it's recording. So hopefully they'll release a firmware update that will allow the ViewClear 70 to keep its screen on all the time. And I'm also hoping that that trend of not allowing us to keep the screen on all the time on some 4K dashcams go away, because some people do want to have that screen on all the time. Besides that, as I mentioned, the image quality, the flexibility in being able to adjust that front camera, touchscreen, physical buttons, voice control, this dashcam is loaded with a ton of really cool features, and definitely one you want to consider if you're looking for a dual channel dashcam with excellent image quality. So I'll place a link in the description down below to this dashcam if you'd like to get one for yourself. And if you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments also. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more dashcam reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.